Hello, I'm Landis, and welcome to Ghost Watchers. A game we've been playing over on the Twitch with the boys, and we've gone through and at this stage caught everything, gained a few levels, and done most of the achievements. I was originally working on a little guide series to go through and explain what each item does, because the game is very obscure with it, but recently they've patched that in and it's now slightly more obvious, so we're not bothered with that. But I did decide, since we've gone through and managed to actually catch everything and go through the difficulties with very little actual difficulty, we're going to go through and show my approach to hunting ghosts in Ghost Hunter. This is when I'm solo. It's not that different when there are others there, but obviously it's a lot quicker because you're not just relying on yourself, and people got better aim than I do. Just to keep everything transparent, we're sticking to abandoned house and we're doing it on normal just for the sort of purposes of demonstration. This can be applied to all of the areas and all of the difficulties. This is going to make it easier for me to record. Right, we have arrived. Now, with the way the game is set up, there are a multitude of ways to cheese certain aspects, but some of the things that are most annoying are the Ouija board, the doll, and the walkie-talkie spirit box. So what I'm going to do is immediately come in and drop these on the floor and then bounce out. Because they take time to interact, if they will at all interact. The longer in the house, the better. These two things act as sort of defensive mechanisms to keep us safe in that little area. Every ghost has a different type of defensive mechanism, which we'll go to in a minute. We'll take a lighter and a camera because sometimes you have to record it, which we don't. You just have to take a photo, but that'll be easier later on. But now, what I remember in case things go pear-shaped, these are our held protection items. I tend to go for incense. I haven't really checked which one's more likely to be useful, but we'll stick with incense for now. And what we'll do is quickly set up a light. We do this early because A, it gives more time for this stuff to get interacted with, but also the ghost is more likely to grab you at the start than it is to kill you, although that isn't guaranteed. Get over here and click on these, we can get the cameras up. And now we can see, when we're in the van, if the voodoo doll moves. We can also see as we're approaching, if the voodoo doll moves. Now we've got a bit more time, we can sort some stuff out. EMF, easy enough, we can cheese that. By sticking the EMF in there, we won't get to read it though. And we can stick that in that little area. Because when the ghost walks past, whether it's in our hand or not, it will start tracking. So we'll just stick those there for now. Now with the basic setup done, we can look at this. So we need to take a picture, open all taps, and light candles. These are going to be a pain in the backside, but kind of worth it. They'll also allow us to cheese the ghost a little bit. On normal, we're safe outside the house. On the harder difficulties, we're not. We're safe in the van always. If we head over, we can just cheat some information. Start at the bottom ones, because some of them can't be other ones. If we look, we can see we don't want the cross for the poltergeist, and we need to open all the doors to see if it is. We can just cheese that and go straight for that. Gallows. The statue doesn't work. Light 3 candles. So if we light the candles, it could be the gallows. Child. 5 lights. Statue doesn't work. You see where the benefit comes here. So incense, if it's the drowned. 5 taps, we need to open taps anyway. Darkness. Big lights again. Doesn't like the incense. So incense isn't looking too good at the moment. 3 candles. Just so. Yang-Chi. Woody fire. And it, again, it's okay with all of them. And my favourite, everybody's favourite, and that is like candles again. So what we can do is, we almost guaranteed protection with the incense, but the cross seems to have the least that it's not going to affect. So the cross is just the poltergeist, whereas the other two have 2. Now, we're going to need a lighter, and we've got the other incense just because we can. Do we? We do. No, we don't. Yeah, we do. There's no point killing more than 2 birds with 1 stone. So, we don't need to worry about lights too much, we just need 5. It's not the right button. Give me that lighter back. Give me look silly. So we're just going to run around quickly, grab as many candles as we can, hit the lights and the doors. So at this stage, I think we've hit enough lights. There we go. So now we can narrow it down. And there's a quick grab. Now the thing with grabs is on normal it doesn't really make much difference. On hard and insane it can, and a runners, it can try and kill you straight after and you will drop all your items. One of the main reasons we're running normal right now. But what we've done essentially at this stage is we've narrowed it down to lights. So we know it's not a poltergeist. So we know our cross is the best thing to have with us. We know it's not the gallows. Could be a child. And I believe it's a darkness is the other one. Yeah, so it can be a darkness or it can be a child. It's also in the main hallway. Need to turn on all taps on the location, take a picture and it goes, light all candles. So, plasma absorb is the next one for the darkness, and the child. Take the cursed toy. So 2 easy enough objectives. And the cross works with both of these ghosts. So, what I'm going to do now is a quick little money run while having an explore. Trying to keep my cross out just to give me that little bit of extra safety. Need to turn all taps on. Now I've struggled in the past to find all of the candles. This is something we'll deal with. Don't seem to have any interaction there. We're not in too much of a rush. As far as I'm aware, we haven't pissed it off too much just yet. It will get to the point where it gets very angry and it just keeps hunting. And hopefully we can be done before that becomes an issue. Hate it when the lights do that. We've got the cursed mirror. When you look in the cursed mirror, you can see where the ghost is. Like, you see through its eyes. Pretty much like the mirror in Phasmophobia if you've played that. Now we have the toy. Hopefully the game is visible because I am running it quite dark. I can't see anything. Mind you, I can't see anything. You guys can't see anything. Oh, shaking means the ghost is nearby. Very nearby. So, what tap are we missing and where is it? We didn't get any of our money objectives. I could have swore we were done. Okay, now we can hear crying, which is why we set that stuff up a bit earlier than normal. So he's in the start. Let's go back and we can enter crying on the radio. See, that should be on the taps and that should be on the candles. Right, we're gonna have one more quick sweep to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, well, there we go. We can see it's a child. That noise is the sound of a hunt. That's when you want to get your protection out and make sure you're via protection. One thing we can do is, because we now know it's a child, that half the information is irrelevant. The toy is the next one, and the lights in that aren't an issue. So what we can do is focus on getting the information. Should be this one? Nope. So we've got 500 to 1000. We're pretty safe here, so we can just sit here and do this. That gives us that. So we now know it's senior or ancient, and we now know it's calm or concerned. What these do is they do change what you need to do. And we know it's a child, so we know there's going to be baby prints, because there's always baby prints when it's a child, which will pretty much just be a child. That just makes our life a little bit easier. These two aren't guaranteed. And these are the last two things we need, because the EMF, thermometer, and footprints just lower down the ghost type, whereas the particle and the Ouija board give us the age, and the radio and the voodoo doll give us the mood. We could sit here for half an hour doing this, which sometimes I'll do, especially if I'm playing with others, but it's not overly necessary, as we can just do all of the options. So in the time of hastiness, since we're not getting very lucky with the drops, we'll just sit here a second. Is the orb and the wither will help us, or protects us 90% of the time. They've always got that place they like to drag you to. Did I manage to? I did manage to get rid of everything. So we're going to get up here nice and quickly. I believe it was in here we had the... Yep. Grab the toy. Now this is a step that does anger most ghosts. They're normally best not to be around when you've got that. Okay. Now, instead of waiting for the evidence, what I can do is check and see I need a golden bomb. Golden bomb. Golden bomb. Golden bomb. So it's just golden bombs all the way around. And then it'll be cross or incense. And then we're done. So pretty much easy. So we take our incense. And we take a golden bomb. Now there are multiple ways to deal with this. Summoning it is a decent way. Waiting for it to grab you. And then sort of flicking off to the golden bomb and throwing it at it. Which is not something I'm overly good at. What I like to do is wait till it walks past me. Can check actually. Because sometimes the achievements bug for me and it gets kind of annoying. I'm just going to sit here and wait. Unless there's a sink and a candle in the basement I'm missing. Oh. So this could be... No. We can hear him, so we know he's nearby. I've never really explored the basement. No, normally the boys are in here and done in here before I ever get shot. Okay, so he's messing around the front door area. One thing I've noticed the ghosts like to do is that they will start walking around like that. We missed. This is not proving to be a decent shot. But in the off chance you do miss like I just did, and if you ever watch me playing, you'll see I miss a lot. You can always just go and buy another one for a few quid. So, there we go, we can narrow it down. Ouija board is moving randomly, so we know it's ancient. 'Tis old. Voodoo doll's still there, so it's not likely to throw. What do we actually need? Doesn't interact. Throws or raises. So neither really helps us. Now we wait till we get grabbed. And we throw. So while it may seem you're unprotected, you are kind of safe as long as you press the button when it grabs you. You've got a pretty decent amount of time to do it. You see here we want the cross or the incense. So it's a 50-50. We were too close to the wither. We can head back and get the... what do you call it? Actually, no we weren't. It took the cross. Which means it's incense. The little bugger's gone that way. So it will attack you, grab you, drag you off if you can get to its position. It will appear... sort of stay static because the ghost is always somewhere. As long as you're close enough, it'll do that. Now we've got a little gift. And now it'll automatically end, and we're done. Nice and easy. Hopefully that was useful and I didn't ramble too much. But that's basically how I go about catching all ghosts. There's a slight variance with the steps you'll go through to catch each ghost, but it's pretty much the same, and on the harder difficulties you're going to panic every time you grab because you've got to get back to your stuff before it grabs you and tries to kill you. Now, if you want to see more of this game, either through gameplays or guides, leave a comment down below and let us know. You can visit us on Twitch, where I will sometimes play this with the boys, or you can join us on Discord, where you can join in some of the games. Come have a play. That sounds a little creepy. And on a final note, if there's any other type of game like this you want to see me show my basic thought process or do a little guide series on, leave it in the comments along with whether you want more from this one. I've been Landis. This has been Ghost Watchers. Thank you very much, and see you soon.